Okay, everybody, I'm here with my friend Lauri, and I call her friend sincerely because we were just talking and she helped me realize that we've been in touch and communicating and friends for about 4 years now. And you guys are going to learn how long she's been on the road, and you're going to get a tour of her lovely home. You can see where she's sitting and behind me that it is just gorgeous, and she's going to tell you all about it. But also first I want them to tell you a little bit of what we have in common, and so that my viewers and anybody else watching knows that when you have invisible disabilities like you and I have, Lauri, that you can be out here on the road and do this, and then we'll do your tour. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, Lauri, tell them what drew you to me and the bond that we share.
Oh, okay. I had seen you on one of Bob Wells' videos, and you were talking about the TBI. You were describing some auditory issues that you had, which of course are invisible to other people, and I just locked onto that. And the reason why is because I have Meniere's disease, and I had it for quite a while, and I got the rarer version of it where it's not going into remission, it's not going away, it's just violent attacks that last for about 5 hours at a time, and it just gets worse. But I had experienced these auditory, especially like in restaurants, if you tried to go out, it was getting harder to go out. You know, the sound, and it's almost like you're under attack from sound. So you go in all smiley and happy, and in a very short period of time, you have a zombie look on your face, you're sheet white, and what's happening in your head is almost indescribable. And so I would always leave, and then pretty soon I just quit going out. But you were the only person I'd ever heard describe this, and you had TBI, and they say that it doesn't damage the brain, the Meniere's. Well, at the level I had it, I think it does. If anything, it affected the hearing. So I called my doctor and I told him this, and I said, there's a girl on YouTube. She's a TBI thriver. She has the same thing as me. So it had me following you from then on out. I went straight over to your channel.
Yeah.
Fell in love.
And so, yes, she contacted me by email. We started talking after that and communicating, and I helped her. I remember that. You asked some questions to be able to tell your doctor, and I said, tell him that it's like BBs in your head and that you literally go away. Mine are TBI episodes, but the Meniere's is so bad that the brain, I believe, is the same. It shuts down. I mean, and for me, and I think it is you too, that period of time where we have our episodes, it is a complete loss of memory. There's no getting that back. There's no filling in the blanks. No. It's just we shut down, and so
we disappear.
And we disappear.
We go away.
Yeah, we go away.
We hide.
Well, literally, figuratively, and literally. And by that, I mean that we go away. The lights are on, but nobody's home, or the lights might not be on, and nobody's home. And we have to retreat and get well before we can get back out. So it's figuratively and literally that we go away. And then we went through a lot together because you had a lot of changes. Are you up to sharing a little bit of that with my viewers before we do your tour?
Sure.
Okay, good deal. In my house, you guys know, if you follow me on my FNLs and everything, that I do this thing called squirrel, because I've always been a little bit scatterbrained, but with my brain injury, it doesn't take much to distract me. And so I even have t-shirts that say squirrel and everything. And Lauri sent me this wonderful sign that says, beware of squirrel. And it is prominent in my home, and I just love it. Thank you, Lauri.
You're welcome.
Lauri, I have been through a lot with you because we talked a lot during all that you were going through.
Yeah.
So when we first met and started talking, you were in the process of transitioning from leaving your work. And then you went to care for your mom.
Mom and dad.
Your mom and your dad. Then your dad passed, and you moved in with your mom.
Full time, yeah.
Full time. And how long were you living with her?
almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. And that was the bulk of our friendship. And you walking through that and all the family matters that go with that. and
Oh, yeah.
And your hopes and dreams of getting on the road were delayed. So, but while you were taking care of your mom, you bought this trailer.
Yep.
Yeah, and you actually moved into it, what'd you say, August?
In August.
August. And you have been on the road since?
On the road since October.
October of 2021. Well, I'm sure sorry for the passing of your parents.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. What earth angels with your wings that you earned for taking care of them and all that you did and taking care of them. They were blessed to have you as a daughter.
Oh, no, I had wonderful parents.
Yeah.
No, I have wonderful parents.
Yeah.
Even though they've passed. But no, it was, it's not easy. Anybody that's ever cared for someone through the end of their journey will tell you that it's not easy. It can be very frustrating, but it's the most fulfilling thing you'll ever do. No one's ever needed you more than then. Oh. So I was blessed to be able to do it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so tell us about your beautiful home. And you did this.
Well, the main building part of it was my son-in-law. I have a wonderful son-in-law who owns a construction company.
Woohoo!
So when it came to you buy the trailers, most people know, it's empty. It's just the plywood walls. You take them down. You have to put in insulation. Then you put the walls back up, and then you either are painting or, like in my case, we put in the beadboard. But I picked out everything. I knew what I needed as far as I wanted it open, and I wanted the dogs to be able to jump off the bed and run and play. And I like the feeling of openness, and I cook a lot, so I wanted it more of a kitchen. But you can't see it right now, but behind you is the sink that I did. I did the plumbing and everything, but he did the major construction work.
Okay, and they are going to get to see behind us. But and so right now, though, you're going to tell them about what they can see now. What's one of the favorite things you have that people are looking at right now?
Well, one of the funny things is my fireplace. I'm a fireplace girl. Anytime I ever rented an apartment, I had a fireplace. The 2 homes I bought and owned, I had fireplaces. So my daughter had said, you aren't going to be able to have a fireplace on the road. No, it wasn't my daughter. It was my girlfriend, Lauri. Sorry about that.
Sorry, daughter.
She said, you're not going to be able to have a fireplace on the road. And so I have a fireplace on the road.
That is so cool.
You can see that?
Yes, that is so
that's my
cool.
little fireplace on the road, and it just does they're kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that is
At night,
awesome.
Yeah, at night it really
is it battery operated or rechargeable?
That one is battery operated.
Okay, all right.
Most everything I have is either rechargeable or it's battery operated.
All right. All right, well, walk us through the rest.
Well, I should point this out. For those of you who have sleep apnea, so do I. And when I first found out I had sleep apnea, it kind of ruined my dream of going on the road until I found out that you can go on the road with sleep apnea. I have a little Rock Pals, and I got an adapter, and I plug it into that, and then I can charge my Rock Pals off my bigger Bluetti, which is my solar.
That's awesome.
And you can do it, and it works just fine every night.
And we'll show people your Bluetti and everything in a moment.
Pretty much everything in here, did it make the cut? Is there a reason for it? Does it fit because you're going so tiny compared to how you were before? So little by little, I just went through each item. Do I absolutely need this? Yes or no? And then you get to the final items, and it's who makes the cut. So like, for instance, this made the cut because it fits right here and it works well, and then it's got drawers, and so I can put all my batteries and everything in there. I have underbed storage, which is nice. My frame is 14 inches. I needed 2 more, so I got risers.
Nice.
Raised it to 16. I brought the family with me. Those are grandkids. And then I have this, and then my daughter gave me that. And everything is like, you can sit and it stores. Or I roll everything and it goes into a cubby. Everything has its place, as we know, but it's all stuff that I use every single day.
Yeah.
Anything else has to go bye-bye.
Or it's dual purpose.
most everything in here is dual purpose.
Yeah, dual purpose. I love that. And when you were building it out, you would tell me, you know, this is going to do this and this is going to do that. And that was awesome. Now, people are going to see that candle behind you and they're going to get really scared. So tell them about that candle.
I forgot about that. That is a Luminara candle.
Yes.
And if you don't have one and you want to have a candle on the road, get that. They're a little more expensive, but get the real one. Don't get the fake ones because these are silent and the others have a little clicky noise because I went through a bunch of them. But I love Luminar candles. So I have this one here, and I used to have some little greenery in it, but it kept falling on me, so I got rid of it. And then I have one that's you can't see right now. And then I have this one here as well beside the fireplace. And at night, sometimes that's all you need in here.
And that's not really a flame. It's battery operated. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, and it really glows.
Yeah.
It puts out a lot of light. And I did not I have no wiring in my walls. I didn't want wiring in my walls, so I didn't do any of the overhead lighting. Plus, we're very light sensitive. So I just do like the USB LED lights, and you can just recharge, and they're fabulous. And
we're going to cover those also, and I want people to know that the links will be in the video description and pinned comment if they want to purchase them. So tell us how you have things fastened, and tell us about this fabulous painting.
This made the cut. I've had this a long time. And I used to move a lot. I was in property management, so I had to move a lot. And this was before my parents, of course, caring for them. But this guy always made the cut. It just always made the cut. And it's got texture to it. And then this here, actually in different lights, it kind of glows. And it's the most interesting painting I'd ever found. And strangely enough, even though when I move, I like to change colors up, you know, like what we like to do, there was always something in this color-wise that matched with something else I had going on. So it made the cut. But originally, everybody's saying, you can't put that giant picture in that little trailer. I said, this trailer is not as little as it looks, and it's going to be fine. And it was.
It is, and it's perfect.
I like it. And that's the other thing. Do you like it? You're the one living in here. People come in and out to see the trailer, but no one lives in here with me besides the dogs. So it's kind of a selfish thing. Everything can be just for you.
Yeah.
It can be perfect for you.
And people are going to get to meet Jake and Hershey in a little while.
My
they're not here while we're doing the interview and the tour, but they're always with you, and people are going to get to meet them because we've mentioned the dogs, and they're like, what dogs?
Jake and Hershey.
Jake and Hershey.
My travel babies.
Now that is a drop-down door because this is a cargo trailer. Do you ever use it?
I do put it down. I have it out here, and the reason why is simply because of the dust and the wind.
Yeah.
So I've had no reason really to put it down out here, although I will before I leave because I'm going to go in and all the underbed storage, I'll clean everything out and redo everything. But it is nice. It just goes all the way back. And if you put something under it so it's not fully to the ground, you got a little patio.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing what kind of things you have, telling viewers what are some of the things that you store under your bed?
So I like to store, if I've got any seasonal clothing, I will put it down there and I'll put it in bins. Extra toilet paper, extra paper towels. In the back over here is like my toolbox type.
Yeah.
And then over here, like for instance this was quick and easy. I got these and I pull it right out and it's got bedding in it.
Nice.
And it zips, so you aren't getting any dust in your bedding.
Nice.
Because you can be on the road and still have really nice clean bedding every day if you want to.
Yeah, if it ever, you can really live on the road however you want to, and everybody's different.
An extra solar panel, and then some other things, some shower things, just anything. And you can put them in bins, and so it's keeping everything real nice.
Well, thank you for showing us that half. Are you ready to continue with the rest?
Sure.
Oh, this is so awesome. Hey, Lauri, tell us about your fabulous kitchen and living area.
So I like to cook. So I had to have a kitchen. And there's a little backstory on this because originally when I went out to do my test run, which everyone should do, I did a 2-week up in the mountain test run. I had metal racks that I used here, and I remember thinking to myself, I can't imagine why no one's doing this. Well, you find out real fast. you need cupboards. So I went to Habitat for Humanity and actually found cupboards to all match enough. I painted that and made a shelf for it. I already had these boards, so I just used these on top. And I ended up actually liking it because it's not as wide this way. You know, you don't have as much depth, but you've got plenty of room. So I have this for cooking. I have this space for cooking and the top of my fridge for cooking. Lots of extra space. You know, it works really well.
Oh, so nice.
And I had
So nice.
When I found these, I showed my daughter and I said, check it out, Dee, look.
So nice.
So slow close, you know. But I like to cook on this. I didn't want anything built in. I'm very minimal. I mean, I made it look more homey, but it's actually extremely minimal, which is how I wanted it. And I went with these instead of cupboards because, one, this has a mirror, so when I put makeup or anything on, I do this and I get the light from this window. And you can put a lot of things. I've got my tea in here and some medicines. And then all my spices. Jan will like my spices.
Oh, very nice. Move your arms so viewers can see, please. Oh, that's lovely.
And when I'm traveling, I put these little guys in here and I have dowels that run across. I do a bungee on this, and there's another one up here and I bungee that, and another dowel here. And then things that are just on counters, you can either use like the tacky stuff or even a command strip if you want to just put them down, but I like to move my things. So what I do is I have a bin, and when I go to travel, I set it on the bed. They go in there, I towel wrap them. No problem. Works well. And then
tell us about your fridge.
The fridge. Okay, so this is a bodega, and it's a 12-volt fridge. And I looked at a lot of different fridges. One, I like the color. I like the top. I mean, we're girls. We go for the color. But also because it just had what I wanted. And it had the size that I wanted. And I bought this because I wanted it at this height. I wanted to be able to just get in and out easily. It holds quite a bit. I have quite a bit in here right now, but it holds a lot. And I got a little shelf at the dollar store that's down here. So I have things under the shelf, and then I have the things on top of the shelf.
And it has a light.
Oh yeah, and it has a light. And
That's
it's got this little area over here where things aren't quite as cool. But I put like butter and my lemon juice and everything over on that side. But these are stand-up. I mean, you know, these are as tall as would go in any fridge.
That is so nice.
I love it. I love this fridge. I really do. I mean, I highly recommend this fridge.
Now the quilt that you just put up there, tell them about that.
This was my mom's. Towards the end, you know, they go on hospice. Hospice comes in, and they had bought this because she was getting fidgety fingers, and you can pull all these little things up. Well, she ended up just kind of holding it, kind of like you would a bunny or, you know, a stuffed animal. But she very much liked it, and I would point out to her, you know, the different things on it. It's got a little rooster, it got a kitty. And so I washed it and just brought it with after she passed. This was hers. It was to a regular lamp. I MacGyvered that so that I could use just one of our LED lights in it. Oh, actually, that's USB light. Only it was top heavy and it kept falling over. And I'd taken the cord out of the base, you know, and just made it so it'd work in here. And I thought, the heck with that. I have macrame. So I just hung it. And I love it. And then this has always gone with me everywhere I've gone. So it came.
A spoon, a fork, I mean, what do you call that?
It's kitchen utensil clock.
It's lovely.
So the things that you're used to looking at daily.
And that mean a lot to you. Yes.
Yeah. Figure a way to get them in.
Yeah.
Just like the giant picture. You know, that's why I had to figure out a way to fit that in, although it does fit in, you know. So my trailer is a 7x14 and it's 7 high. And the height makes a difference.
7x14 by 7.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
It does make a difference. But I just, I love it. Absolutely love it.
All right.
Hey, homie.
And when you first got out here, you were having some issues because you didn't have heat.
Yes.
And you thought the desert would be warm enough, which a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. And you had an earth angel our friend Leslie,
yes,
that took care of you with the same heater that I have, a Cat Wave Olympian 3. Yeah. So, and that is, viewers can see that there to the left.
Yeah, this thing, Leslie's a lifesaver. Leslie was definitely my earth angel. What happened was, this is the coldest winter most people can remember out here.
Absolutely.
Like 6 or 7 years. So I had, I didn't come completely unprepared, you know. I have my buddy heater, but the buddy heater could not keep up against the kind of cold that we were experiencing here. Plus, and this was stupid of me, I did not insulate the floor because I didn't need to in Washington State where I'm from. So I just, you know, I was thinking, yeah, well, I won't need it. I'm going somewhere warmer. That was not the truth. Insulate your floors, people. Insulate your floors. Everything else is insulated. But I couldn't keep up with it. Leslie found out that I was over here freezing to death, and that girl, she brought me her Wave 3 heater, and at the time, her tank, her propane tank, and she also gave me what's called a puffle. And it's like a down, it's like a smaller down sleeping bag, but I mean, it's unlike any sleeping bag I've ever known. This thing is just, you put it on and you just create heat. And she not only brought them over, and I've used them since, but she has given them to me.
Aww, that's our girl.
I'll get all emotional. I started crying before, so I'll try not to start crying, but this thing has saved my life.
Yes.
This has been the difference between me, literally, I mean, like bone-chilling cold and just comfort.
Yeah, it's what I have, and I love it. And and I just want Leslie to know that we love her, and I'm sure
amazing.
Viewers are going to love her now because they know her heart. And so you also were gifted something else to go with it.
Mr. Randy.
Mr. Randy, the mobile traveler.
Leslie had a special tank that she used with this, and she was going to need that back, so I had to get a propane tank. Randy popped up with one. And he brought it over, and I spray painted it gray, and I fit it in here. This is, I MacGyvered this for right now. When I get home.
That's a temporary station.
Yeah, it's a temporary station, very much so. When I get home, I'm going to build something that will fit right here. And you can even put these in the wall, you told me.
Well, mine's on a swing arm. So when I'm in my bedroom area, it is facing back toward the back of my rig. And then when I'm sitting up front or writing, I flip it around on the swing arm, and it faces my desk in the front.
So I might get creative with
that. Oh, that'd be lovely.
But for now, this worked well. And then it was, this is what I put my tablet on when I'm watching a movie or something.
Well, and those are my glasses. Throw me my glasses. Sorry, I'm like.
But you have them back.
Thank you.
And I'm never sure what you can see or can't see, but I needed this space.
Yes.
Because I like to cook, and I cook a lot, and I like to have this area, and then I like to have this area.
And that is not normally up there. Hand that to me, because I asked you to move that while ago. Yeah, it goes down there, and we moved it so I could get pictures, and I'm sorry.
And then this board was something that I used up here too. Yeah. You can cut it out or anything. Right now it's doing the heater. So that's fine. I can put something else up here, but it doesn't look like a lot of counter space. But it's a lot of counter space.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it really is.
And tell us about your bowl, your sink.
Oh, okay. So my fantastic son-in-law and my daughter were the ones that helped me build this out. I chose everything, except my son-in-law is the one that told me about the roofing here for the ceiling, because everything reflects off of it. And with all my lights, that's what I wanted, to make it seem bigger.
Yeah.
And so we went that. But I did this. So anybody can do this. You can all do this. You just need the right tools. So I chose this faucet, and I chose this bowl, and I bought this, and I drilled the holes, and I ran it down, and I've got these little guys. This one here holds the gray water, and then this one is the water. Can you see them now?
Uh-huh.
This one is the water that's pumping up here. So I just lift this, and this is called a baby whale, and it's like a marine pump. And you just press down on this, and out comes your water with no loud noise. I could not handle the noise from the other one.
Isn't that lovely?
So, and it's super easy to fill and refill, and I don't need much because this is not my drinking water. This is my hand washing water more than anything. And I like being able to do this and having hands free and just being able to clean my hands off.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to wash some vegetables or what you're going to do, it's plenty for that. But my drinking water, I just get by the gallon and I keep it down here. And I do a lot of coffee. I'm always heating up water.
Pour over or instant?
Pour over.
Pour over. That is the only way to go, isn't
Gotta
it?
do the pour over.
Yeah.
And another thing too about these guys is I can move this outside in a heartbeat. It's on my cutting board, and my board and I just go out and we cook out here if it's not too windy, because it's so windy out here. But yeah, it's super easy. And I probably make 4 cups of coffee a day, so I like having that in here. And then at night too, if I'm making it and it's cold, it adds heat into the room. And another thing that's nice too is I got these guys right here, but I vent here. So I've got my window cracked about that much at night, and if I got the heater going, or any time that I'm using the propane inside. But it's perfect because the window's right here. And I like where we put my windows, because here I'm at like you would be in your house, you know, and you're looking out. And so I'm looking out the window like if I'm doing dishes and stuff. And then over here I can sit in bed and look out. And I got my 2 double windows over there. So that's nice. And then I don't have to have this open all the time, but it is nice when it's open.
Yeah, your door.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So this curtain, which hides everything, but it's just lightweight and easy. I had something different there. It was a little heavier. It was in black and yellow. And I go into town and I found this at the thrift store, 50 cents. It couldn't be more perfect. Now I did hem it up because it was quite long, but it couldn't be more perfect. And it's my colors. But all of this and these wonderful lock and lock containers are like all my things for keto, which I'll be going back to. And I was able to fit them on this rack and stick it back in here. It sticks out a little bit, but I don't mind. And then I could still bring all that with me too.
Well, your home is just gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for sharing it with us and for being an inspiration to everybody, to let them know that you can do this.
You can do it.
And you can bring your things that mean a lot to you, and you can make your home look however you want when you're on the road.
That's the fun of it. I could change it up too. I mean, it's just, it seems like a very small space, but when you're in it, when you're inside, it's not that small.
Oh, one of the things before we close, the light above your paper towels. You have several of those. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, these are fun. So what these are just the LED lights, and I'll show you this one. These are the LED lights.
Perfect.
And I just plug them into the Bluetti, which is my main, rather than doing solar's on the roof.
Right.
Comes down here. We just did that, and I'll get a cover for that. But rather than having to have the separate inverter and the charge controller and all of that and a panel and a place to put it, I saved up and I bought the Bluetti, and it's the 1500, I believe. Okay. And so that just makes it so much easier. I plug these right into it.
And they charge your lights and use, like you said, you use it for your CPAP and everything.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's take a break and we'll talk about your power.
Okay.
Okay, Laura, you were mentioning your solar, your power, how you run your electricity and charge everything. So show people while you're sitting there what you were talking about.
Ah, okay. On the roof, I have 300 watts of solar. In fact, Randy put that on when I got here.
Okay.
And we ran it through here, and so I'll be putting a cover on that. But it comes down here to the Bluetti. I love the Bluetti.
Yes.
This is the 1500, and it's plug and play.
Yes, I did a review on mine. I love it.
Plug and play.
Yes.
So I don't have to have all the separate charge controller and all of that. It's just all in one. And it's fantastic. And it just hooks right on here. And then my fridge hooks to this as well. And this fridge, by the way, sips power. Just sips it on eco mode. But anyway, so everything that I need to charge, I'm charging off of this. Then this guy, which I can charge with this. This is a 60 watt panel.
Okay.
And this one can take, so you're always looking at your input. You've got to watch your input. This one can take a 100 watt panel or a 60 watt panel.
And it's by Rock Pals. Hold that up so people can see that, please. So you have the 60 watt portable, and then you have your Rock Pal
300 watt.
300 watt, and your Bluetti can actually charge it if need be.
It does.
Okay. All right.
So you just, of course, you're watching for cloud. If it's going to be a cloudy day, you don't want to be charging a big guy. But yeah, I can also charge it here. here. This can also charge in the car, except the dogs accidentally broke my cord.
Yeah, that happens.
But this is what I use. So this
use that for your CPAP,
CPAP
at night.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, Lauri, we're almost done. Thank you again for letting us in your home.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And so tell us what you drive, what you pull this beast with, and what the trailer is.
So I drive a Honda Ridgeline, a 2008, and I got the trailer package so that I could tow with and pull this. So this is a Haulmark, and it's a Haulmark Passport. It's also the exact same as the Wells Cargo in this particular one. It's a 7x14, it's 7 feet high, and with everything we've done to it, my weight is probably about 33. The Honda Ridgeline can pull up to 5, and this is something that I researched. I didn't just go out and just buy any trailer or any truck. And then trying to find a used truck too that fit my needs wasn't easy, but God bless me with the Ridgeline. And I love it. When it's towing, it doesn't get the best gas mileage, but it does on its own. Yeah. So I figure that, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But no, it's easy to pull the trailer. It's not hard to do. I'm not the greatest backer-upper, but you learn. So if you're interested and what really meets your needs best is a trailer, but you're thinking, oh no, I don't want to have to tow this thing. You know, I'll never be able to do it. I'm terrible and I do just fine. So you'll do just fine.
You're awesome. You're not terrible. You're awesome. Love you, Lauri. Thank you so much for this.
Love you too, girl.
Hi, babies. Are y'all ready to...
They stay cooler because the wind's...
Yeah. Are y'all ready to get out of the truck?
Debra, say hi.
Say hi, Hershey. Hi, Hershey.
Here's Jay.
Hi, Jay.